This is the exact Seedance workflow I use to turn one prompt into a finished AI video. And it's not about better prompts or waiting for a better model. Most people treat Seedance like a slot machine. Type something, hit generate, and hope. That's why they burn hours of time, hundreds of credits, and end up with a ton of unusable footage. I spent literally hundreds of hours watching AI video tutorials and have unlocked a genius workflow to make cinematic videos, and I'm going to share it all here. So if you want to save time, money, and create Hollywood level films using AI, this one's for you. First things first, you have to connect Claude to Seedance. You heard that right. We have the power of Claude and we have to connect that to Seedance. And how you would do that is you would have to find a platform that has an API endpoint or a MCP. There are websites like Higgsfield that does it, but I'm using Moo API that has all of the vendor generators on a platform. It's a pay-as-you-go, non-subscription needed type of platform, and it also supports MCP support, which lets you directly connect Claude to Seedance using this endpoint. So this lets you not have to go back and forth from Claude to Seedance to type in prompts, copy prompts in. You can just let Claude do the whole thing by itself just by talking to it. That's just the first step. The second step would be to, treat Claude like you're a creative director. Instead of trying to learn filmmaking in 30 seconds, how about you leave that to Claude, who has all this data on filmmaking, different lenses, different type of shots, and a whole bunch of information on movies inside of his database. You just tell Claude what you want to see, whether it's realistic, anime, 3D, or even some type of Lego movie. You can just tell Claude the gist of what you want and let Claude break down the specifics that you actually need. And that's exactly what I did here, where I told Claude I wanted to make this really nice action anime, and Claude came with these specifics. It told me what kind of anime that it would make. It even came up with different ideas on what to make, and we went back and forth. But the cool thing about having this connection is it's even able to come up with concept art. It gave me these shots right here using that same MCP/API endpoint that you can use to make these images to show me exactly what it was talking about and what it was thinking about. And from there, I was able to move to the next step. And from there, I was well on my way to making this cinematic video. But this next step is going to save you a lot of money. After you get the concept images and after you've already connected Claude to Seedance, what's a cool feature is Seedance and Claude can work together to give you a price breakdown of what kind of video you want to make. So I told Claude that I want to make some test shots and ultimately make a really good cinematic action anime, and I wanted to be about 30 seconds. Claude was able to then break down the cost it would take for me to use it, how much money it would take, and along with the example images, I was able to then forecast not only how much it was going to be, but how it would look and ultimately turn out. And that helps a lot of people not only save time, but money, not having to guess how much you have to spend on a film, and also letting Claude handle the heavy work of describing what kind of film you're going to make. But I think the next step is where the magic happens. So the next step, with Claude having access to Seedance, the image concept, and a budget to work with now, you can go ahead and let Claude run wild. Let it use the power of AI to let it describe the type of shots that you want, camera angles, and also let it use the images that it created earlier to create really good cinematic visuals. And that's exactly what I did. Claude spat out a few different concept visuals of the video I wanted to make, and it looked pretty good. They were about 5-second clips. It would come back and confirm with me, talk me through the next shot to see what else I would want and to make sure that it was always in line with the vision that I wanted in the beginning. And as you see in these clips here, the Seedance visuals look really good. But the last and final step is, well, let Claude be your video editor. Instead of having to drop these clips into your video editor like a Premiere Pro or a DaVinci or a CapCut, you can just ask Claude directly in the chat, can you, well, add these clips together and give me a final output? And that's what I asked you to do. And you see it go off working, and you see that it has all the MP4 files and it adds them together, and it gave me this final output here. All in all, this workflow here is pretty amazing, to say that it took very simple directions and inputs, but it got back out something really good. I think this is actually better than what I expected it to even make, and it really surprised me on the direction that I was going. Now imagine you using this for whatever designs that you want and workshopping everything you have with Claude. Imagine the things that you can make. But if you want to keep up with the latest workflows and different tutorials, as well as comparison videos on which AIs are best and what video generators you should be using next, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, your boy Dex Not Dexter out.